Hey, it's Gabe with API Nation. Today I'm going to show you how you can sync OneSuite to Mailchimp so that all those contacts you have in OneSuite, everybody you're doing business with in there, can automatically get pushed into Mailchimp. You're going to instantly create a audience there so you can start sending out an email newsletter and building your brand. You can also set this up two ways. So if you have some Mailchimp landing pages out there accepting email addresses, maybe you have it synced up with your Facebook page so people can sign up for your Mailchimp there. When people sign up for your Mailchimp, they can automatically get synced into your OneSuite CRM. It's a great way to use these two apps together as one by automating them and syncing them together. Let me show you how to set this up. The first thing you're going to do is go to apination.com and click on Start Syncing. There you'll see a ton of different apps, marketing apps, productivity apps, real estate apps. I'm going to scroll down until I get to OneSuite. It's alphabetical, so it's going to be under O. There it is, OneSuite CRM. Click on that. And there you can see all the apps I can automate with OneSuite, including Mailchimp. So I'll click on that. And I can sync Mailchimp to OneSuite and also OneSuite to Mailchimp. You can see there's two different syncs. I can set them up both, and then I have a two-way sync. And this flat rate covers all these syncs. So it's as many syncs on this page as you want, as many times as you want. So I'm going to go ahead and set up OneSuite to Mailchimp first. I'll activate that. First step is to sign into my API Nation account. If you don't have one, you can click here to create one. They're totally free to create. Once you sign in, you can also sign in with your Google account, which is what I'm going to do. Once you sign in, now we need to connect each app. So we're going to connect OneSuite. First step, it asks for a few things. It asks for a label for the connection. And if you're just connecting one OneSuite account, you can just name this after you. If you're an admin or a marketing professional and you're connecting a bunch of different OneSuite accounts for maybe a team or an office, then name it after the agent. You also need the username, the user password, and the email address from your OneSuite, so how you normally sign into OneSuite. Once you add those, hit connect, and that's how you connect OneSuite. Now we're going to do a similar thing with Mailchimp. Again, we're going to label the connection, and then we need the API key from your Mailchimp account. So it's really easy to find. You're just going to open up Mailchimp, come down here to your profile picture, click on that, click on Profile, go over here to Extras, click that drop down, and there's the API keys. So you might need to create a new key if you don't have any yet. You can just name this OneSuite, and it's going to create a key for you. There it is. So I'm going to hit this button. It's going to copy it to my clipboard, go back to API Nation, hit Control V or Command V to paste it in there, and we're ready to go. So we've connected both apps. Now we're going to set up the sync, a couple different options. Sync all contacts on first run. If I check that box, it's going to take all existing people from OneSuite and anybody in the future that signs up, I add in there and push them into Mailchimp. If I uncheck this box, it's just going to start paying attention now and add anybody in the future. Totally up to you. If you have a bunch of people on OneSuite you want to get pushed into Mailchimp now, check the box. You can also specify which audience, if you have multiple Mailchimp audiences, where you want them to go. I'm going to hit subscribe, and that's going to create the sync, but it's not yet active. You can see I just have to hit this button to activate it. I'm going to go down here and show you a couple more things. For example, here is a filter tool. So if you want to filter people from OneSuite based on any of these fields. So maybe you're building out a Mailchimp audience and you only want people in a certain postal code. So maybe I'm building out a Mailchimp audience and I think, all right, I want to focus on this farming area, the 92101. You can do that. Or if you're targeting a company, you could do that. Totally up to you. I'm going to go ahead and clear it out. I want to put as many people in Mailchimp as possible. I want to build out that audience so I can send out those email newsletters and get in front of as many faces as possible. Finally, I'm going to come down here and you can see this is the mapping. So we do most of this for you. Emails going here. First name, last name. If there's anything else you want to add, there's that birthday, so I'll throw that in there. Also, a nice thing about Mailchimp is Mailchimp has custom fields, so anything you add here, anything you add to your audience in Mailchimp shows up as a field you can sync to. So if there's anything from OneSuite you want to add into Mailchimp, just create a custom field in Mailchimp first, and then it'll be available here for you to sync the information into. This looks good to me. I'm going to go ahead and activate this sync. So there we go. This sync is now up and running. Now I'm going to set up the second half of the sync. I'll click on the OneSuite logo. It's going to take me back to all the OneSuite syncs available. I'm going to click on Mailchimp again. This time we're going to do Mailchimp back to OneSuite. And this is most often used if somebody has a Mailchimp landing page, or maybe they've been collecting a bunch of people in their Mailchimp and they haven't had a chance to get them out yet into their CRM. So I'm going to use the same accounts. I've already connected them, so you can see it's already just saying, all right, here's the accounts you have connected. I'll select both of those. I'm going to grab the audience that I want to sync into Mailchimp, so where the landing page is directing my contacts, or the audience that I've been meaning to get pushed into a CRM. So select that, sync all contacts on first run, and hit subscribe. Again, you're going to have those filter and mapping options. You can double check here. Emails going in here, first name, last name, phone number. Anything else you want to add, just throw it in there. I'm going to go ahead and change the source URL to Mailchimp, just so I know where they came from. This looks good. I'm going to activate this sync. And that is it. I'm going to click on My Syncs, and you can see I now have 2 syncs running. It's a 2-way sync between Mailchimp and OneSuite. It's going to cut my data entry in half and allow me to be way more productive. So that's it. That's how you connect Mailchimp to OneSuite. Now all my contacts can get dropped into Mailchimp. I can send out that awesome, beautiful weekly email newsletter that keeps me top of mind. It builds my personal brand and creates more deals. If you have any questions or need any assistance setting up this sync, give us a phone call, shoot us an email. We're API Nation, and we're connecting the world's applications.